As is at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Trying to connect there with Rashad White out of the backfield. But it'll be second down. We can look at this Bronco defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently fourth toughest in the NFL. Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack. The second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. We'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at about the 32. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles. Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. 2nd down and 8. Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. And then making a nice play, even though it was complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there and he's getting his first down. What we love is saying get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he can knock on the field goal here.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Following the field goal on is Riley Dixon to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. After the interception, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown! Marvin Mims with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead goes to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael O.J. Mudia. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Blankenship out for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. It's taken to the 26. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been off to the races already, a 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. 17-0 our score after one.
With the score, Broncos 17, Buccaneers nothing.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 3rd and 3.
A pickup of 18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
To throw is Wilson. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now it's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Well, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
They go with White on the counter, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but hold on, we finished.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 5. Looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Go 14. Send it in for a touchdown. 35.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And quickly they get to the line. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And Judy's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got it with the 15. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In motion left, Godwin. They'll look to throw again. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Third and 4.
Touch 50, touch 50. Hey. Got it. Start.
Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the interception, here's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Finding space at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Short throw caught by Dulcich. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That is caught. It's Williams. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Throwing again here, Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They try the left side here with Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Looking to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown,